purpose of this video is to explain the field experience assignment. Previously in your other field experiences, these assignments may have been called reflections. I want to, for this course, make sure that you understand this is not solely a reflection, but an assignment in which you need to be very careful about what you are writing about, so that way you're sure to speak to the content that needs to be included in this assignment. So let's talk about what you need to do. So I want you to basically reflect on the people who inhabit your teacher's classroom. You can do this by observing. You don't need to have your teacher, write this information down for you. It does not have to be perfectly accurate, but I do want just some type of general table explaining, the students that are in your classroom. So something along this lines here. This list is not exhaustive, so you can add other categories here. And please do add other categories. I just gave some examples here. So the first thing that you'll need to include is a brief summary of where you are located. Don't forget that you can put the location of your school, so that way I know, for example, if you're at Elkton Elementary School, feel free to write that in this response. But please do not write your teacher's name. I would like for that just to stay confidential. Also, for any particular students that you are writing about, you also need to have that confidential as well. So just select a fake name for each student if you need to write about them. So then, in addition to the table, I'd like for you to describe any possible challenges you may face in your CT's classroom, as well as what positive attributes of the group do you think that you will find beneficial. Be careful here, as it says, not to overgeneralize or use stereotypes, and I think that we all can understand what that means. So just be careful there. I'd also like for you to describe what you would consider your CT's teaching style to be. So how does she teach? Is she a lecturer? Does she use lots of experiments? Are there any programs that he or she uses that you would want to make sure that you mention? So the next part, I'd like for you to also just consider including some of this information, but please don't make this just a running list of responses to this question. If you feel like it pertains to you and you think it would be helpful to write a response to it, that would be fine here. So think about maybe how does the student's diversity reported impact your CT's teaching practice, or how does he or she plan or prepare lessons, which is really important as you are eventually going to be doing those things. Similar to the one above, their teaching style, how does he or she present information or interact with students. I'm not asking here for the interaction for you to really be focusing on classroom management style. You've taken or are taking 370, and so you've looked at the classroom management. So I'd really like for this field experience to be focusing on curriculum and instruction. Again, if you feel like it's necessary to mention something about connecting with parents or other staff, that's fine too. Other things here, you can certainly read over that and include that as well. This next part here is critical to the success of this assignment. So when I said in the beginning that this is not just a reflection, you need to integrate scholarly research. You are a scholar and you have great resources at your disposal via the textbook that we have, as well as the library journals. So your teacher does something, find some research that supports what he or she is doing. There's a reason that he or she is doing it. They may not know it's research-based, but I'd like for you to see if it is and try to support that. Down below on the second page here, you will also find your experience rubric, so read over this carefully. The first bullet here does line up with the point values here, so that should be helpful to you as you are writing your response. If you have any questions, please feel free to write them in the classroom. Thank you so much.